what this conversation is about tonight is how to be with those endings in a way that's skillful and in a way that really can be ultimately life-affirming. So some of the losses that I've experienced in my own life include losing a husband to a terminal illness, and within a few months of losing him, receiving my own breast cancer diagnosis, something that's well behind me now. And another big ending in my life was choosing to leave the religion I was raised in, and as a result being shunned by everyone in that community, including all members of my immediate family. So needless to say, I've spent a lot of time thinking about endings. I've really been fascinated by exits and goodbyes and how we navigate those. And I've learned a lot about it through reflection of how I've done it well, and also the ways I've really done it poorly. So what is honorable closure? Why does it matter? And how do you know when you've had it, when you've actually experienced it? Honorable closure is a practice that traditional cultures have practiced for centuries. It's a way of understanding and realizing that endings matter, and that if we tend to the endings of relationships or work, if we tend to those well, that we pave the way for greater blessings, greater opportunities. It's a way of resolving regrets and integrating the learnings from an experience so that we can integrate those into our lives and carry the best of our experiences forward into the future and not be encumbered by the past. And in my experience, we tend to rush through endings for the most part, just like we rush through everything else. In our culture, we have a habit energy of rushing. So it's almost automatic in some cases to rush to an ending because of the next new thing. Where am I going? What's next? And the other reason we rush is because endings aren't comfortable. Even if it's a joyful ending, something we've chosen, something we've made happen, it's often poignant. I remember when I left the corporate world to start my own consultancy, I was so excited about what I was going towards, and yet I was really sad. It was poignant for me because I was saying goodbye to colleagues, people I'd worked with for years, and I knew things were never going to be the same. It was going to change. I was going to maintain many of those relationships, and I have, but it was going to change, and that's uncomfortable. So, in my very pragmatic approach, it seems to me that if you're going to go through the pain and discomfort of endings and change anyway, why not take the time to reflect and have a reflective process at the end of anything at all. This process applies to personal or professional endings. And see if you can discover something new and become more aligned with your purpose.